Hey. All right. Um, yeah, I forgot that after about an hour. No, after about an hour, for whatever reason, I don't know if Periscope limits your broadcast to an hour, or if if my phone overheats or what. But yeah, I've noticed that actually, and I forgot that we were approaching that time frame. At about an hour, it just goes wonky. So hopefully, the other people that were on can see that I started a new one and jump back on. What's up, David? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. All well? So yeah, so let me. Good, man. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I am. I just got back from Sedona, Arizona, for a couple days of a meditation tour, and I guess not meditation tour, but a meditation retreat, I guess, and feeling pretty zen and in a good place. So there we go. Now we got a bunch of people saying hello. Good. All right. So, damn, 17, 18. Welcome back, and all you newbies. Beautiful. Yeah, no more white t-shirts day. I thought I would wear this. That's what I've been. I got this in Korea, actually. And the white t-shirts will come back, for sure. They're part of my wardrobe. Just something about the loose, flowing, comfy PJ clothes that I'm a big fan of. But yeah, today I thought, what the hell? We'll go a little stylish. So to kind of come back, there's a lot of different stuff on the part one of this scope that just froze and is off there in scope land here. If you guys want to tap back into that, in terms of, I don't know what that means, my dear. Feel free to please translate though, and I'm happy to help. So a lot of meditation tips and thoughts and awareness on that first part right now. Thank you. I appreciate the hearts. I'm going to kind of open back up to what my original insight for the day was, and then share that, and then bounce and get some sleep because I have a pretty full day these next few days. Morning. Good morning, Pete. It is. It's kind of good morning here, but on the tail end of it, it's about 3:30 or so right now. But glad you're here with us. So, all right. So the what I've really opened to these past couple days is that there is, yes, actually, I do. You're welcome. I work as a private math and physics tutor. Is right now how I gain a lot of my income. And so I have students in the afternoons and evenings. So I usually either scope before then, or lately it's been after that. And then I'm also building my practice as a life and wellness coach, spirituality coach, meditation coach, whatever you want to call it. We'll say life and wellness coach right now. That is beginning to grow, and I'm giving some various talks. If anybody's in the Houston area, by the way, this Saturday I'm also giving a talk on spirituality out of my house. I'm going to be at a holistic fair. I tell you what, good question on the agnostic. If you will watch normally I'd answer all questions, but right now, just in the interest of time, that my basic belief set, I kind of went into a little bit on the part one of this scope. So just look up this is day 33, part two. Just a few minutes ago, that was just original day 33. Near like two-thirds of the way through that, near the tail end of it, is kind of a little bit of my story. Long story short, I believe that all paths ultimately lead to the same place, but the rest I'm going to let you kind of watch that and answer it right now. But yeah, the life and wellness coaching stuff. Right now, 2 hours a day, and I'm finding it to be massively transformational. So yeah, and I'm a holistic fair next weekend. I'm also going to be a practitioner at that, and I'm intending to put myself out there as a practitioner at other holistic fairs and just offer help as I can with people. I've got another talk next Thursday on other spiritual stuff. I'm trying to do one of those like once or twice a month to both serve as well as generate clients in my coaching practice and build that up so I can have that be my primary income and let go of the tutoring. And then from there, see what flows. But yeah, I definitely work. I just kind of allow myself to be for the most part and let what happens happens. Although sometimes I play with different meditation techniques. And normally, like I said, I would get more deeply into all that kind of stuff. And so, you guys that are jumping on at the end, please forgive me for not going super deep. But like I said, I've done about an hour, and so hour and 10 scope already. I want to bring a couple thoughts out, and then I'm going to head out and grab some sleep because I do have a full day these next few days. I have actually a full life at this point right now. Who am I kidding? But I would like to get more than like 3 or 4 hours sleep tonight if possible. Although, yes, yeah, I tell you what, if you will, if you go to, yeah, see, catch is, all right, well, you can do a few different things. Long story short, yes. If you follow me and just jump on, I'll be here for at least another 67 days and probably, and definitely, well, we'll say probably, but pretty much definitely. Beyond, I intend to do more stuff. Yeah, you can kind of tune in there. Also, if you go to catch, like www.catch.me/ground_divinity, my handle without the @sign, but catch.me/ground_divinity. You can see like the first 30 some odd days of videos. There's a lot of different stuff in there. Now, they've lost their funding. They used to take scope broadcasts, and instead of them being erased every 24 hours, they would catch them and store them up in the cloud, and you could go watch any broadcast at any time. But they are losing their funding, and so they're going to have to shut the website down. So the videos are going to only be on until like May 4th. So like another week and a half. But they are up there now, so you can catch all the past stuff. I have a Facebook page for this and a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel I have not updated in like 2 weeks, so it's got the first 20 some odd videos, but it's missing everything in the past week and a half. I tell you what, if you'll watch the tail end of the scope, the part 33, I actually jump into all that stuff as well. Or you can follow, and that's something we may get into in the future. But short answer, I'm a big fan of Jesus. I love all the miracles and everything else. I totally believe it. I also feel that it is one piece of the whole, and that it is, again, all paths open to the same basic place. Rather than being a very exclusivity, you must do this to achieve, to be one with God or whatever, is the way that I've kind of opened to it. So yeah, all that stuff being said, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Korea, actually, got it in October in South Korea when I went last year. So the main enlightenment thought awareness for the day is that we have inside of us a guide, I'm not really that practiced in the martial arts, a little bit here and there, but not really going to be a Ninja Turtle anytime soon for sure. We have a guide inside of us that is ready and willing to help us navigate. I disagree. I would offer that you open to the practice a little bit more and give it a deeper shot. But if you'll follow me, we can address that issue more if you'd like to. So let's say this. An analogy that I used is not a guy inside of us per se, but just we have a soul. A guy is, okay, I would offer that you try again. A guide. So let's say if we're in a maze, right? And from our perspective, we can go down, like looking, okay, well, maybe this path would be right, that path might be right, this path. Oh, well, you know what? I bet you that path seems like the right one right now, so that's what I'm going to take. And from our limited surface human perspective, we can see a particular path. Instead, if we could somehow access a higher level of awareness, consciousness, whatever, that could kind of rise up and see the maze as a whole, it'd be much easier to see where all the different paths go and make a higher choice. So I'm open to all women. All women are wonderful and beautiful. And I tell you what, Alpha RX, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, meditation has become a word that we put a lot of baggage on. It's all about being present. So step outside the aquarium, yeah. So if we can rise up and have that perspective, well, we all have a soul inside. We have a connection to a higher source, a divine source that has that perspective. Now, we may not always be able to see, but pardon this analogy, it's kind of crude, but right on. Pardon this analogy, it's kind of crude, but just roll with it for lack of a better purpose. If we're the person down here, we're in the maze, and we kind of have our radio connection, um, GTA, huh? We kind of have our radio connection to the source up here. And basically, this is saying, hey, I see what's going on in the maze, so you should turn left here. Oh, cool, let me turn left, thank you. All right. And then, oh, I see what's going to happen here. You don't see that this, yeah, I may in a minute. I feel that he's still with us, though. Um, and then, okay, turn right here. Okay, cool, I'm going to turn right there. And then, oh, no, wait, hang on, that's not going to go where you want it to go. You need to do this here, over there, you know. Um, so this thing is constantly giving us signals and awareness and like, do this, do this, do that. Now, this thing has free will to say, screw you, I'm going where I want to go. And we're free to do that, but it's very likely we're going to hit a dead end when we do that. The more we can just say, the more we can just listen, the more we can be like, okay, I trust that there's something up here that has a higher perspective than I do, and just kind of tap in and receive the messages. It will guide us where we need to go to get through the maze the most effectively and have the best experience of life. It's not a morality thing. Yeah, go with your gut. Listen to your soul, the still small voice of God. However you want to phrase it, ultimately it all comes back to the same thing. Welcome. Welcome from Orkan. Glad you're here. It's not intended to be a right, wrong, good, mad morality thing. Like, you need to listen to the voice inside, otherwise you're bad. It's not about that. It just creates a better life experience for us. Who wants to hit dead ends in the maze all the time, right? Who wants to take a bunch of paths that end up leading nowhere to frustration and anguish and all the above? It just... no, I can't, actually. I mean, there's a couple little, characters that I recognize, but for the most part, no. So, for example, this is a very small, tiny example that happened to me from the weekend, but it gives you an idea of kind of what I'm saying. So I was, doing the meditation stuff this weekend, and we had a small break between some of our sessions. And my idea was, I got some food back in my room. I'm hungry right now. I've got 15 minutes. I'm going to run back to my room, grab a few bites of food, come back before the next session, and we're good to go. And I got this sense inside that's like, no, don't do that. Go this way. And I was like, but my room is that way, and my food is that way, and I want to go eat the food. And I got this feeling inside, no, I got something else for you. Go this way. And I was like, okay, fine, all right, I'll listen. And so I just kind of went this way. Okay, well, what do I do? And there was a guy that I saw in there that I needed to give a form to. I was like, okay, well, there's this guy, and I meant to hand this form in earlier. So, oh, there you go. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go eat some food now. No. Stay. Keep going. Okay, what do you need? So, then I kind of went further. I found another gentleman. He and I talked for a few minutes, and just the connection was just, there was something, even that brief conversation that opened up to a very deep connection between the two of us, that we both just offered some enlightening comments that helped each other, and something he said really helped me shift to a new perspective on something that I was going through. And I was like, wow, that was really helpful. Awesome. And so then I kind of stepped out, and I felt this like, go over here kind of thing. And I saw I'll say young kid. He wasn't really young. He's probably late teens, early 20s. But that I had seen earlier, and he reminds me a lot of me when I was younger, and I can see him going through some stuff. And so just this idea of going to talk to him, and he did happen to be a white kid, yes. And so I sat down and I was like, hey, you got a second? And I just said, here's some things that I've seen in you. I see a lot of things in you that that I've seen in myself. And here's some advice and some awareness and things from my path that I have awakened to. And as I was talking, he was like, wow, like, he said, what's your thank you? I appreciate that. He was like, wow, what, you said has been amazing. He said, yes, that resonates very much with where I am right now. I really appreciate it. And I felt like I got to serve, and I hopefully shifted his experience of life and helped him to avoid some of the negative things that I went through, and helped to, you guys can always just drop. So yes, he was calling me. I agree. Something in his soul was. Or, ultimately we're all one being in different bodies. And so there is only, at the deepest level, one soul that is kind of orchestrating everything. That's the above the maze perspective. Yeah, I agree. Something happened when I started this second broadcast. But, hey, trolls need love too, no matter what's going on the surface, we're all still beautiful inside, and we're all one part of the same being. So, anyway, I talked to this gentleman. You're welcome. And I really felt like not only did I gain from the experience, he gained from the experience. And I was looking at it, and I was like, okay, I had that 15 minutes, and I got to, hand off a form I needed to hand off. I got in contact with the... I got, met this other guy and talked to him for a few minutes and got a really quality message on something that helped me with something that I was going through at the time. And I met this other guy that I got to share some enlightenment and some wisdom to hopefully radically change his life in a way, help him to know that somebody out there knows, what he's going through, that understands, that he's valuable and loved and deserving to be confident and step into his own strength like everybody else. And I hope that that shifted his life. And I was like, I got to experience all of that and give and receive and serve. And it was wonderful. Or I could have had 15 minutes and gone eating a few bites of food, and that was just from, like I said, it's a small example, but the idea is, the principle is the same, is that our ego has this, I want to go do this kind of thing. Yeah, but I'm hungry. I want to go eat. I want to, whatever. And so we like to follow those things. And there's a higher piece that's saying, no, I got something better for you. Just trust me. Go over here. It's going to be better. Just, I know you don't see it. Just trust me. And if we can listen to that voice, it just creates a better life experience for us and for everybody else around us. And I got to eat later. It's not like I missed out, So it all works out, and we end up having a much higher quality ride along the way. And so I would say that, and I've noticed the more that I continue to open, the more that I begin to open into this meditation practice and deeper to connection with my true self and my soul inside. Yeah, exactly. You can always eat. The more this inner sense, this inner guidance is beginning to grow, my ego still takes over a lot of the time, but I'm beginning to sense more and more now when my ego is taking over and when I'm in kind of a surrendered state and I'm just allowing action to flow through me. And I just kind of like, okay, I let go of my agenda. What do we do now? And I'll just kind of feel a pull. Right on. Yeah, I agree. So I just kind of feel a pull, go like it feels right to go over here right now. It feels right to go over there right now. So I follow that pull and see where it leads me. And that pull is growing stronger and stronger. And I can tell more now, like I said, when my ego pops in and I say, but I know I feel led here. I don't care right now. I want to go do this. And I'll do whatever, but then whoops, okay, I lost myself. Hang on. Release, open. Okay, what now? And again, I'll feel a pull, and I'll kind of just follow that. And I'm finding that life is beginning to open up to higher and higher quality experiences. I do, yes, actually. They don't follow the pretty design, but it was a set. And yes, super ego. Um, you can think id, ego, super ego, mind, body, spirit, um, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. This concept of a tripart being is replicated in many different areas, but it's all kind of the same. It's different words of the same thing, basically. So higher self is also very helpful. Um, so yeah, so all of this, I guess I would say, I highly recommend for all to please open up and cultivate your own meditation practice. Um, uh, yeah, we're just gonna let that go. So I highly recommend that you guys start your own meditation practice. If you've been following me for a little while, I feel like you already are. And so anybody that's new, or if you are following me and you have for a while, it just opens up to a higher quality of life. It's not about a should or shouldn't, a right or wrong, or whatever. It just opens up to a whole different level of life experience that is just higher quality, flat out. Right on. Glad you're back. Um, and also, anybody that's watching this, please feel free if you would like to set up. Like I said, I also do life and wellness coaching, and I'm here to talk about, whether it's diet, exercise, nutrition, emotional release, healing naturally, all the above, or meditation, spirituality, whatever. It's about helping you become the best you that you desire to be, and if I can help facilitate that for you and see things you don't see and help you navigate some paths a little more quickly, then I am happy to do so. And I always do like an hour and a half free session at the beginning, just to sit down. We can do phone, Skype. If you're in the Houston area, we can meet in person, whatever makes you happy. And then if we decide to cultivate a relationship, from there, cool. We find a win-win and see what happens. So if you all want to connect, my email address is, at least the one that I'm using primarily right now, is Alan, ALAN _D _Brock, BROCK, the number 1 at msn.com. Alan _D for Dwayne _Brock 1 at msn.com. Just send me an email and be like, hey dude, saw you on Scope. When can we get together for a little while and just have a free session and help me be the best me that I can be? And I will hit you back, and we'll find something that fits for all of us. So in the meantime, much love. All you guys that are new, you're catching the tail end of it. But if you would follow me, then you can jump on whenever I'm around, and I offer different tips. And in fact, actually, the earlier part of this broadcast, with a few of us, we had a really high quality back and forth with some good insights and meditation practice and different things like that. So I hope this is valuable for any and everybody that watches it. I love all. Some of you regulars, I know David, Drake's little brother, some of you other guys that are in there. Definitely much love for hanging with and continuing to come back. And so with that, I will bid you all adieu for the evening. Much love, peace. Take the good mojo that you have inside and spread it out, and just watch how it comes back. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. So, namaste. May we all be blessed. Thanks, man. You too.